something in this video probably got on your nerves. But just keep in mind, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing. I learned off on YouTube. Hey, what's up? It's Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about this crusty looking mess on my head. This is a twist style that is like super old. So stay tuned to watch me go from this to this. Yes. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is detangling. I have hair texture 4C, so I have to definitely be sure that I detangle really good, just to avoid any matting and tangling while I'm washing my hair. So I'll just start from the back of my head. I'll start in small sections and even sometimes break that small section down into even smaller section, and I'll just start from the back and work my way up to the front of my head. Now that I'm done detangling, I'm just going to shake it out just a little bit, and then I'm going to head to the shower and wash my hair. We love to start out a good natural style with freshly washed hair. At least I do. I like to have everything freshly washed. So I'm going to be putting some oil on my scalp. Now, I have to frequently put oil on my scalp because sometimes my scalp will get extremely itchy if I don't. So Wild Growth works for me, so I've been using that for a while. And after I add that oil to my hair, I'm going to go ahead and section off my hair. I'm starting in the back of my head, and so I'm going to section this off. It looks kind of like a big section, but I'm going to section it off and then section that off a little bit more. And then, of course, if you're a 4C girl, you already know what's going on, honey. We have to detangle again before we can really get started with styling our hair. So, I'm just kind of running my wannabe denim brush through my hair one more time, but it's normally easier after I wash it. So now I'm just taking some oil, just some hair oil that I just randomly had laying around the house, to put on my hair so that way once everything is done, you know, it's a little shiny. We don't want no ashy looking hair. So I'm just adding it for shine for my hair so everything looks good. Okay, so this is when things get a little strange. I normally use the Lotta Body coconut and shea oils, mousse, but this particular day I went to the hair store, they didn't have any, so I'm just taking that setting lotion and putting it in an empty mousse bottle. I think that is Cream of Nature or something like that. I'm just gonna take that and apply that to my hair. Normally when I do my hair for natural styles, I have figured out how to accomplish a good natural style with just a mousse and a gel. So in today's video, we are going to be using by Mielle Organics the pomegranate and honey coil sculpting custard. Now, just a few quick things, just my first impressions of it. It smells amazing. Like, the smell is amazing. And in my opinion, it does give you that slick feel, kind of like almost the aloe vera gel that you see, or maybe like even a flaxseed gels. So as you can see, I'm beginning to start the process of rolling my hair with the Flexi rods. I'm going to be using about I'm going to say small to medium size Flexi rods all over my hair. And I'm going to be starting from the very back of my head and working my way towards the front. So while I'm rolling my hair, I'm going to be using what I have heard this called the horseshoe method. You basically start rolling, instead of you starting to roll your hair at the ends of your hair, you start rolling at the root, and you basically just twist your hair around the Flexi rod. So here I'm just going to slow it down just a tad so you can see exactly the process that I'm doing this. So I'm going to start off with some mousse and just running my fingers through that to make sure that it's evenly coated throughout my hair. And I'm going to repeat the same thing with the Mielle coil sculpting custard. And just kind of going back and forth in between that and the mousse, I kind of just try to make sure it's evenly distributed, and also brushing my hair as well to make sure that everything stays nice and detangled. And as you can see right there, it gets a little tangled every once in a while, but just going back and forth in between those two products. And when it feels like, I don't want to keep saying it feels slick, but if you know, you know. But when it gets to that slick feel, that's kind of when I know, I've distributed enough product through that certain section of my hair. So once I get that feeling, I go ahead and just put that roller in, starting at the roots and kind of doing a twisting motion around the flexi rod. And when I do this, I try to leave a little space, but also you want to make sure that when you do get to your ends are completely flat on the flexi rod, because you don't want your ends to be frizzy. Like, the rest of the curl looks good and then the ends look super frizzy. That's not cute. So again, just going to repeat that same thing. Of course, we're detangling, make sure that everything is nice and stretched out. And we're going to add a little mousse, comb that through, make sure it's evenly distributed through your hair. And we're going to apply a little gel, make sure that's evenly distributed through your hair, and then just go back and forth until you feel like that is enough. I wish I had a better way to explain that, but if you know, you know. But and just brushing through that as well, and making sure everything is nice and detangled. A rat tail comb does help once you get the product on, because it helps you straighten out and stretch out your hair a little bit better, in my opinion. And then you're gonna add, I'm adding just a little extra to my ends, so that way once I put the roller on there, I can make sure that my ends are completely flat. And putting the flexi rod on there in a twisting motion and making sure that those ends are completely flat at the end. And I'm kind of just gonna roll it toward the bottom. I'm also gonna recommend that while you're doing this, when you put the flexi rod on your hair, you kind of want the flexi rod to be on your hair just a little tight. Just so everything stretches out the way you kind of want it to. And when I do the flexi rod sets, I like for mine to be stretched out pretty good. So you want everything to be kind of tight, nothing too loose, everything to dry very evenly once you're under the dryer. Okay, and once all of that rolling is done, you want to make sure everything is really tight and head to the dryer. And it is the next day, and I have been under the dryer for a few hours. More than a few, maybe about 2 to 3 hours. But look at that curl though, sis. Look at it. So I'm going to just take these down, and I try to take them down in the way that I rolled them. So I just take it down and kind of just let it naturally unwind around the flexi rod. And let me say, just at first glance, I'm very, very pleased with how my curls look. I will say with the Mielle coil custard, it definitely defined my curls a lot more than what I'm used to. Normally when I do my flexi rod sets, like, my curls come out, I don't want to say a little chunky, but a little chunky, and I have to do a little extra to get my curls to define the way I want them to. But just, with separating this, it defined my curls a lot much more than I'm used to. And so I'm about to start separating my curls here. And so the way I separate my curls, I just kind of separate them where they naturally come apart. I try not to force any parts to come apart, because I found that's made my hair extremely frizzy, and we don't want frizzy curls, sis, especially not after 2 to 3 hours under the dryer. No ma'am, we don't want that. But just let them naturally separate where they come apart. Like, once you pull it straight, it should give you a little help where to help it come apart. Now, as I'm taking this down, I'm really noticing how defined my curls are. Normally I'd use, like, I think it's the coconut oil eco style gel, and I will say Mielle Organics, you definitely knocked eco style gel out of the park when it comes to curl definition. So that's a major plus for me, because normally I have to do like a few extra things to make my hair a little bit more defined, but with this product I didn't have any issues. And here is my final look after about 2 to 3 hours of sitting under the dryer and sleeping in Flexi rods. I'm very pleased with how my hair came out. Even more pleased with how defined my curls look. Like, this does not happen to me, y'all, so I'm a little shook. But I love how my curls came out. Hey y'all, what's up? It's Chelsea. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about anything that I did in this video, just drop them in the comments below and I'll be sure to respond to you guys. Yeah, so far, like, my honest opinions about the gel that I used, I like it. It smells really, really good, and I think it really it helps define my curl pattern a lot better. My only negative thing, and it could have just been something that I did. I might have used too much, or maybe that was something that didn't need to be paired with the mousse. The only thing that I'm not liking is, I don't want to call it flaking. It's just got like a residue. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, maybe if I get a little closer, you can kind of see like the residue of it all. And like I said, there might have been something that I did. I'm not really sure what I could did though. And then at the same time, maybe that's just a product that can just stand on its own. It didn't really need the mousse, and maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try it again without using the mousse and see how it does then. But right now, I mean, I think my curls look really good. The only thing that's just kind of like got me on the fence about it overall is like the little residue that I'm feeling, and like I'm kind of like knocking it off of me a little bit too. So that's my only thing. And like I said, I'm gonna go back and try it one more time without the mousse and see if that works better. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave me comments. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. I'm gonna end this video here, so I will see y'all next time. Please be on the lookout for the next video. It is definitely coming soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.